Well, first of all, happy 2020. It felt like a portal shooting through with everything. And I thought I'd give you an update and some share time. Okay, so 2 days before New Year's, my brain started collapsing down on me. And I talked to a friend and I was looking, okay, so what did my brain do? Well, it started saying, you've accomplished nothing this year. And the wah, right? So it caught a hold of me and I was thinking, what am I doing with, why am I here? What's going on? And there'd been some stuff leading up to it, especially regarding, I'm trying to think of the lead up. Oh, especially I started seeing the world and I was thinking, whoa, what a hot mess. This is like no way to clean this up. It's like, I want to get off the ship. And so that was leading up. Here's what I want to tell you in the full scheme of things. What manipulation, right? Oh, the manipulation we've all been through, right? Thinking that this reality system is real can give us any constitution of the value of who we are, and has us in fear of not being our most authentic self. Now, where does all that come from? That comes from the ego, but not my ego, but not in a way that that people are framing it, right? So there's a lot of misses, and this is not one area that's the only miss. There are a lot of misses. So let's share so we can all get on the same awareness factor. Your kind friend Susan has done some really good work to share with you what that work looks like. Integrate anything from a piece of it or none of it if it doesn't reflect or help pull together your magnificent self, right? So 2020 is taking away the things that have been manipulating us, that have kept us in constant fear. And that was another thing. I was like pulling apart the layers, right? That's kind of one of my things I like to do. And I have the gift of is just pulling those layers. I'm like a little raccoon pulling apart those layers, and there are layers from the collective. There are layers from what I perceive as this reality system, right? But when it's all said and done, I've come for one mission alone. You can always tell these videos have no damn, I don't even know if I should start from the beginning. Let's just flow with it and let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm a little raccoon and I'm going through the layers of Susan, right? Because it's the person I'm responsible for. I've got to get Susan, the ego, everything, and I've got to get her accomplishing this mission. That should be how we can look at this. This is just one way to look at it. But this is Susan. I'm like, get Susan, get her to safety. And one of the things that I can tell you is that I don't want to be manipulated. I don't know. I couldn't give you 100 different ways on why this system is set up the way that it is, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work for my ego. My ego is sick and tired of being manipulated. If there's devices and contracts and all this stuff, I say no. And I'm highly recommending that you do as well. I did this really great video, meditation thingy. It wasn't really like meditation as a concept, right? So it's not like, all right? So speaking into existence where I want all parts, particles, and pieces of Susan to move towards. And that is full sovereignty. I don't want anyone messing with my ability to know, to see. And also I don't need to repeat these silly games. They're like silly games, right? That we're all being manipulated by. And I want my freedom, and I highly encourage the freedom that you want. I'm going to put the video for Romeo below, because I thought it was genius. And it's he didn't create the desire. The desire has been building in me for ever since I got here. Just, right? And not knowing where to put those pieces that I'm talking about, right? That are little raccoon pieces that are illusions. But they feel real because you have a story that goes with it. So why would it not feel real? But when it's all said and done, it is not the sum total of who you are, and it's not the sum total of who I am. And like a little baby raccoonie, right? I'm gonna get, every time I've gotten to each piece of it, right? The raccoonie through the storyline, you know, that person's horrible. I was treated badly. I treated another badly. Oh my God, what did I just say? And what did I just do? And the list goes on and on and on and on and on, right? When does it ever end? It will never, ever end until you say, enough is enough. I am not going to be manipulated. So the whole meditation, verbal commitment to self is to stop it in its tracks, because we are powerful. But one thing I could see through my raccoonie thing is that there's a lot that has been disempowered inside the human. We've been disempowered because we're being messed with on so many different levels, that, and to top it off, add some mix to that, amnesia, right? And some could say, well, I'm not in amnesia, I've awakened. But remember, we're all a collective fractal group of individuals that are on this ride, right? That are having conversations like you and I are having, and really excited that we're having these conversations. We're like, is no one awake here? Right? So we're having these conversations, we're igniting our fractal piece and rejoining all parts, particles, and pieces of us to the bigger picture. And I think it's good. It's almost like coming to a relationship that you're just like, enough is enough. I don't know why the heck I'm creating this, but I'm stopping this here and now. Same thing. I don't know why this was all created. I really don't even care. I'm stopping it. I'm putting my foot down. And that's what the meditation's about. Putting your foot down. Enough is enough. No more manipulation. No more messing with my ability to remember who I am. No more challenging the fact that I'm a good person. I don't think we have to be perfect. A good person doesn't mean perfection. Good person means making choices in the moment. And that's what was trying to come at me 2 days before New Year's. Thank God I had a friend that I shared it with. She gave me a minute's worth of pep talk, and I was like, gosh darn it, I've been manipulated again. Or have I? Sometimes I'm going down, right, to clear. Sometimes I'm going down to clear not just myself, but if I'm connected to the collective, I've gone down to clear. I'm not doing that this year. That's another thing too. I'm not going to do any more clearing for a collective. You guys all have to do your own work. Joking, of course. I know all of you guys that are watching are doing your own work, and I'm really proud of you. We don't need to do it for the collective anymore. Each individual must do it for themselves. So I'm no longer in agreement with that. I'm no longer the bridge point, right? That's how I felt like. I'm no longer the bridge point. I am here to be my magnanimous self, and so are you. And that's kind of where the conversation was supposed to go to, but then it's taken a few little hair turns left and right. But the sum total is that I no longer will choose to be manipulated. I choose, even if my ego self doesn't know what the heck magnanimous means, right? Because it's been beaten the crap out of and told that it's nothing more than nothing, no matter at all in the universe. Well, guess what? My universe, my ego knows it matters. And that's what this whole journey's been about for 2 years, right? And you guys have seen it. You have seen my tears. You've seen the manipulation occur and me take the ride with it and then get off the ride and figure out I was being manipulated. You've seen it all. And I've intentionally done that because I was thinking, good Lordy, this is a rough ride, right? And I can't be the only one out there having it. Well, this 2020 is about no longer rough riding it. We're not going to rough ride. We're not going to rough ride for the collective. We're not going to rough ride as a way to be a good person. We already are that. We're going to claim who we are. We're going to stop others, people, places, and things from manipulating that. And we're going to step forward and just be who we were always meant to be. Kind, loving, and awake souls to usher in kind, awake, and loving experiences. Period. End of story. Now, who's with me? Raise your hand. Okay. Yes, that's what 2020 is about. And I'm fired up with my little raccoon self. I was like, no, I could go 100 miles downward to the collective to figure this out. More. No, I don't need to cry another tear. I don't need to hate another person. And I don't need my thoughts, my feelings, and my awareness of who I am no longer to be manipulated into anything other than I am more powerful than I ever imagined. And magnificence is a great direction to move towards. And so say it. Come with me. Let's go towards magnanimous. What a great word, right? It just means all encompassing. You are all encompassing. I'm all encompassing. What the heck does that mean? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're definitely going to find out. And I encourage you to stick with me. Don't leave me now when we're going towards magnanimous. Just kidding. You get on the ride and get off the ride any time. I'm happy to I'm happy for you to be here, and I'm happy for you to go. Well, that took me a long time to get to. Happy. And at the same time, I'm not perfect. I do know that magnanimous isn't about perfection. Magnanimous is about us owning the greater parts of ourselves. The ego already knows the rest, and it doesn't want to experience it any longer. So Susan, the ego, no longer wants to experience manipulation, forgetfulness, unsureness, and so who say it with me? So say it with me. Yay, freedom. That's the title of this. Freedom. Claim it. Do the video down below. Or if you don't need to do the video down below, don't do the video down below. I just found it to be a perfect way to use the words that I wanted to state who I wanted to be. And it doesn't require you to get to a certain level, right, of schooling or knowledge, because you're already that from which I speak. All it requires is claiming it. And that's what this video is about, claiming your freedom. Happy 2020. I hope this video made you laugh. I know that I always look like I'm like steering a ship that's, a bit chaotic, but the truth of the matter is a lot of it is to inspire laughter and playfulness and a childlike remembrance of creativity that tells you there's no right way or wrong way to do anything in life. It just is, make it your own, right? So I make these videos my own, and I do it intentionally, which is why I free flow. I'm like a rapper who's free flowing, right? But I can't lose the track because the track is me, and you're you. So how magnificent is that? So I'm gonna stop this video, and I might do another one. I might share some of the personal journey that I've been discovering that's been really cool. Okay, peace.